All right, we're back.
You know what it is now, boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
I'm not actually sick, but Tyler said that he was sick, and I
No,
want people to feel bad for me.
I was saying I was sick to make you feel better. Because I've never been sick in my life, except for that one time I had food poisoning over a year ago at this point.
Whatever, man. Welcome back to Until We Agree.
Can we come clean on three? Say whether you're sick or not on three.
Okay,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like a little bit.
Not sick that much, but a little bit. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Dude,
I just got a head cold, I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
and here's the thing about your head being cold. Everything else is probably cold too, because it's cold outside. It is
cold outside.
Did it get cold?
It's icy.
Yeah. What's the high right now in Texas today?
The high, it's just got above freezing, which is nice. It's 35 outside.
Yeah, but that's cold for you guys.
It is cold. The issue was it rained all day Friday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Then ended up icing on us Saturday night. And then all of that froze over Saturday night into Sunday. And then it didn't get above freezing Sunday. So then we were just chilling with ice for the last couple of days. But now it's finally starting to melt a little bit. The sun's out.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for explaining. First of all, thank you for explaining the water cycle a little bit.
The water cycle is back
And
in a big way.
Thank you for explaining ice, as I'm sure everyone who's listening has also experienced just horrific icing all over the world, especially if you live in Nashville. I can't speak for anywhere else. It may not be that bad everywhere else, but if you live in Nashville.
I saw some pictures in Nashville. It looked tough.
Yeah, trees down. Other people lost power. I didn't lose power, so not really my problem per se. But no, I'm just kidding. I do feel for them, and I hope they get power back soon. I actually believe this. Believe it or not, I'm doing this podcast. It's 15 degrees outside. I've got the air conditioning on.
Why?
How messed up is that? Well, okay, so let me put you on to this. Is like the water cycle, but for air. So warm air rises, cold air sinks, and I do this podcast on the third floor,
upstairs,
and so,
third floor,
and so I've got the heat set to 65 in the house, but because of heat, warm air rises, cold air sinks. It was registering 73 up here, and this is my first day I'm back at the job, back at the grind, working from home because of course the roads are iced over. But yeah,
don't you also sleep up there?
Sleep up there too, but. What I would do then is I would turn a fan on, but given the quality, because I care so much about this podcast, the number one podcast in the land, especially if it's the 112th podcast for comedy in Lebanon, I care about the quality of this production, and so I'm gonna turn the fan off and get the sound quality up. Kim, who's gonna ask her Q&A question this week, rips you every time I speak to her about how you can't seem to figure out good audio quality, but she respects mine, and she's a professional audio engineer. So
it's been maybe 2 years since we've had an audio issue.
Yeah, except for every time you send me an audio clip, it's worse than mine, even though your equipment's better.
The audio clips I do from my
better.
phone is the issue. The audio clips I do from my phone, that's the issue.
Oh, I think what you're thinking of is the
microphone
that you're using right now is you don't produce as good of a quality of recording that I do, and I think people are bothered by that.
Well, can I just say first and foremost, that's not true.
Can I say that I've discovered that I accidentally turn your noise gate way too loud or way too low sometimes, so it just cuts off your words, and I don't do that.
That seems like a you issue. That seems like a you issue, right?
I just figured it out last week. I go, why is Tyler's words cutting off? And I go, I bet it's the noise gate. But then at that point, it was far too late to go back and fix it. So. Yeah, if you're listening to Tyler,
right? So that
I will wear that one, but the rest of it
seems like
is
I'm being heavily sabotaged.
Just your quality isn't as good as mine. I think people recognize that.
You know what? This is starting to sound like. Remember when you had all those sycophants following you around?
Mm-hmm.
This sounded a lot like that.
Yeah,
a lot like that.
Dude, listen, one day you're gonna have a fan and you're gonna love it.
And I have multiple fans. I have one in my room and one in the living room. Now
that was funny, dude.
No, that was funny.
That was good.
Now, I want to get into it because we're on limited time today. We're saving power. We're conserving power. We're being generous to our neighbors who don't have any.
It's crazy to think about that the power grid is being stressed right now. There's 200,000 people without power right now in Nashville, and I'm stressing it even further by recording this podcast for all the Rat Pack.
Well, I mean, what was it? Essential workers?
Yeah.
Essential workers?
This is yeah, exactly. So yeah, let's rip through these things. I have a couple things to talk about, then we're going to get on to Is it? Am I the cuss hole again, or do you have something else this week?
It is. It always is.
Come on.
We can go through something else too, but that's tried and true. So we can stick with that to start off, and then we can have a little fun.
Yeah, and I do feel like debating this week. I feel like I've come on a little bit strong, and I'm sorry about that, but that's kind of the nature of the podcast. We're gonna keep going until we agree. Okay. First topic I want to talk to you about. So I don't see this much anymore, but back in the day, this was like right when people our age were starting to get cell phones. So what was it? Like 2009 to 2011-ish. 9 to 11, somewhere in that range. Did you have a Facebook at the time?
Probably around that time, maybe a little after 2011, maybe. Yeah. That sounds about right.
I think it still holds up because I think it probably went on at least through like 15, 16, if I had to guess. Not to date this podcast. This is going on after 2015. But what would happen is we would get I got my first phone. I got a phone number, and I have that phone number still today. But what was really weird, and maybe this was just me, people would like post on Facebook that they got a new phone, and not just a new phone, they would get a new phone number every time they got a new phone. And I can't help, I was always like, this is such a headache. You have to like track down and like tell people that this is now who you are, like all the time. And why was that such a thing? I've never even had like the threat of losing my phone number. And why did that happen for people all the time?
Was it a SIM card thing? I think it might have been a SIM card thing. But now it's all virtual.
But here's the thing is I think I use a SIM card today in my phone. Don't quote me on that.
Do you?
Yes. What?
I know there's like a physical SIM card thing, but like...
Yes, you take it out of one and then you put in the other.
See, I've not done that in years.
I think
there's an eSIM.
Not sponsored, by the way, but when Apple sends you, like when you get a new phone with them, they give you like a little wrench to open the SIM card hole now. So we're still using physical SIM cards.
I haven't done that. I just got a new phone and I did not do that.
Do you want to flex what it is really quick?
iPhone 17, the newest one.
What color is it in?
It's black, space gray. Sorry.
Man, a company man through and through. That's loyal. But yeah, so I don't know what the deal was with people getting new cell phones, and they would say, "New phone, text me," and then they would put their phone number on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we were children. I was 13 years old.
Yeah. And that was back when I think Facebook was way easier to kind of find your way through back then too.
Yeah.
Like the parameters for security were a bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, I don't even have a Facebook anymore. I have an account to use specifically for Marketplace, just in case I want to buy some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I mean, if you search something, you have to have a different map just for Messenger anyway.
Yeah.
They're crazy over here.
Yeah. Yes, I think social media, you can lock down your social media pretty good nowadays, and it's hard to find any information. I can tell you this because I'm now married to this woman. But when Brittany and I first matched on Hinge, you only get like 5 pictures and like 3 prompts to work with on like who this person is. So I had to reverse engineer pretty hard to find anything about this girl online. First of all, to make sure she's not some creepy criminal, but also just to like figure out figure out more about who this person is. I was going on LinkedIn, jump into like Google, jump into like Instagram, back to LinkedIn to cross-reference, and then going on Google to cross-reference her what she says her job is to make sure she actually has that job.
Yeah, you were like, I mean, this is police level work that you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine the police have some sort of system where they can get in the back end, hack into the mainframe.
You don't know mainframe at all.
No, I'm not familiar with mainframe. But yeah, Times have changed. That was the point of this. Times have changed.
Because
have you ever? I've never changed my phone number.
I've had the same phone number since day one, and I just couldn't believe
one.
how often people were getting phone numbers back in the day. It seemed like a real If anything, times have changed. Yes, just kind of felt like a headache too for them.
Right, a head cold. They've got a head cold.
And then even like think about it like this. I'm sure I have phone numbers like saved from my contacts from like because I've never gotten new contacts either. Like if you were in my contacts in 2010, you're still in my contacts today.
Right.
And so I'm sure I have a few numbers
used to also
that
be
were
a
lost.
thing. Do you remember like maybe this was something that just I felt, but there was always like a thing of like how many contacts do you have in your phone?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I didn't have that many.
It wasn't so much the number of contacts; it was like the quality of contact. And so
really? I always felt it was a number. I always thought like, oh, if you have 100 contacts in your phone, this was in middle school when 100 contacts would be an alarming amount. But still, because now I don't even know how many contacts I have. I refuse to count them. I don't see a reason to anymore.
Yeah, and isn't that like?
It says at the bottom. I have 263 contacts.
Oh no way! I don't think I have that many. I don't think I was on that grind like you were in middle school.
Now that being said, the first 4 are all Aaron, and they have the exact same, exact same spelling. No last name. 3 of them are the same number. It actually looks like so. That's.
See, I feel like I don't necessarily have that problem. So I have 257. So I'm actually pretty much up there with you, but I don't think I have any repeats.
Yeah, so actually, all 4 of these errands are the exact same. So that seems to be an issue. I feel like we should. I'm gonna.
Man, when was the last time you looked at your contact list? I'm like going down memory lane right now.
It's been a while actually. Let me look. Let me look at. See, I don't even know. That's the thing. I had a thing for a while too, where I would put in the first name if you're the first person of my name in that for the contacts, and then I would put the last name if you were the second.
Okay.
And so a lot of these people, I don't know who they are. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know who some of these people are.
Man, that's actually really funny.
When I got to the last name part, now we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not gonna believe this. You're not Matt in my phone.
You're not Tyler in my phone, so that's okay.
You're Matt Howard.
I have a last name. You have a last name. That's not a crime.
And that's just the way we live. But it is funny that I had another Matt in my phone before you, and I know that because it's just Matt in my phone, and I don't know who that Matt is. There were so many Matts at our school, I couldn't tell you who that man is.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. You weren't even the first Tyler in my wedding party, much less the first Tyler in my phone. So don't feel too bad about that. Maybe offline we can cross-reference our Matts and see if I've got the same one.
And then I just found my own contact picture. I have a penguin as my contact picture in this.
And I've got a gingerbread man for mine. I wonder what happened there. What's the story behind that penguin and gingerbread?
I think maybe when we got MacBooks, I think you have to pick a picture.
You have to select one. Yeah, that has to be what it is. Yeah.
This penguin though, I don't think it represents me anymore. But I guess we'll have to rectify that some other time.
You know, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease kind of when everyone was getting new cell phone numbers.
Okay. And that's not like a story. That's just like
No, I just wanted to remind you. I feel like I haven't talked about it in a while on the pod.
How many people in your phone do you think have died?
That's I'm not gonna lie, the thought did cross my mind when I was going down memory lane, because I said when I was like, I'm going down memory lane right now, I said it fondly, and then like memory started flooding back. So I don't want to dig too much deeper in that right now on the pod.
No, you're good, man.
Thanks, man. Okay. This is my only other topic of conversation I have today, and then we'll get into Am I the Cusshole?
Dang, we're getting in there early. This is gonna be a quick episode.
Hey, you know what? The podcast giveth and the podcast take. The podcast take. Hey, also, before I get into that, I noticed you have an RSVP to my Super Bowl party, and I did invite you to it.
I wanted to bring this up actually because you send me these RSVPs like I'm in town.
Uh-huh.
So Matt sends me an RSVP for a Super Bowl party. It's not virtual in any way.
Uh-huh.
We are 1,000 miles away, and so part of me, I was like, oh, I can RSVP yes as a joke. But I have too much respect for the format of RSVPing.
Because Brittany made it too. Like, I wasn't the one. I'm not the one making a paperless post website to invite people to a party. I'm just sending out the links to who I want to.
But at the same time, am I supposed to? I'm not going to RSVP. No, I'm not coming, right? I'm not coming.
But here's the thing.
So I'm not gonna waste time to RSVP no. If I'm gonna RSVP, I'm gonna RSVP yes, and it's gonna be a funny joke.
Okay, but here's the thing.
But I have too much respect.
No,
remember, I
respect that. I don't want you to RSVP yes unless you're actually coming.
I'm not.
My thought was, I invited you on January 10th. The Super Bowl's on February 8th. Why can't you make this work? That's a month of time to plan around.
Mostly because it would be absolutely insane to travel to Nashville, Tennessee, 1,000 miles away to watch the Super Bowl.
But it would be fun.
And that Bad Bunny is going to be at the halftime show.
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started on that Bad Bunny.
Dude. Okay.
He doesn't even speak English.
Dude.
Bad Bunny S. Marlowe. Yeah, you understand that, pal?
Oh, man. That's funny. Okay. Speaking of...
I'm actually pretty hyped for that performance, though.
Speaking of Bad Bunny, actually. Kinda, yeah. Sun chips. Garden salsa sun chips.
Oh, you just bought 2 bags when I was there.
And I bought a couple more since then, even, too. I bought 4 to prepare for this ice storm, and we're on bag 2. So I might have gotten a little premature in my purchasing of these things, but they are really good. I just want to add a little bit spicy, though.
Surely not.
They are.
Now, I'll say it. I don't think I've ever tried them.
They've got a little bit of a kick to them.
There's no way. There's just no way.
Hey, if you're listening to this podcast, which I'm sure you
are.
Garden
salsa? Like, they're not advertised as a spicy chip.
Yes, they are. They have a pepper on the front.
They have a pepper on the front. What, a bell pepper?
No, it's red.
A red pepper. Like a chili?
Yeah, those are typically known as spicy, yeah.
Let's see. Garden salsa, sun chips.
They just got a little bit of a kick to them. And I like to be a little adventurous with my foods. I like to try spicy foods, and this is one that I'm really liking right now.
Okay, I think that might be a jalapeno, the green one.
I cried the first time I ate a jalapeno. It was so hot.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
Spicy
I don't know
chip?
if I'd say they're spicy.
Well, until you have one, you can't knock it. If you ever eaten a garden salsa sun chip, leave a comment on our Instagram at Until We Agree. Or
garden salsa sun chips are generally considered mild.
I don't know what you're reading. It sounds like hearsay though. But yeah, on Instagram at Until We Agree.
I remember eating sun chips when I was younger, like around middle school, and I don't remember them being spicy.
You ate garden salsa sun chips in middle school?
No, this is a person.
But they were wrong.
They were wrong.
Yeah. Or if you're listening on Spotify, leave a comment. Just scroll up on the episode and you can comment right here and tell us whether you think garden salsa sun chips are spicy or not. That's all I've got for the whole week.
I've got something, because I don't remember, have we ever talked about my ancestry report before?
Me and you have. We haven't brought it up on air for, I think, very obvious reasons.
Well,
but if you want to dig into it, this is your prerogative.
We can.
It's going to reflect poorly on you, though.
Not on me, because I asked ChatGPT about it.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just because I wanted to learn. So I did get this done like a couple years ago. It's a little 23andMe action, not sponsored, but I framed it to ChatGPT like I just got it done, just for the purposes of typing it out. So just I said, I just got my ancestry report. I am a white male from Tennessee. It came back roughly 96% European and 4% African. What could that mean? Now, ChatGPT said it's a totally normal question to have. That result is actually pretty common, especially in the U.S. South.
Oh.
Here's what it likely means. Without jumping to anything dramatic.
Okay, nothing dramatic.
Short
here.
version, that ancestry probably reflects a distant ancestor, most likely from several generations back. And it doesn't say anything unusual or negative about you.
What do you mean, ChatGPT? Obviously, that's not negative about.
That's what I was reading. And I was like, okay, I'm not liking how this is being framed here. Time frame somewhere in the 17 to 1800s. That checks out. Regional history does matter. In Tennessee and the broader South, European and African family lines often intersected during some tough times. It goes into some more detail. I don't like that, though. So then it basically just says... Then it just tries to cope for me. It says, these texts are good, but not perfect.
Chat, I'm actually not upset about this. It's actually just fine by me.
And then it finally it sums it all up and it goes, it doesn't change who you are culturally unless you want it to. It doesn't imply anything about your parents' fidelity.
Dude, he's reaching. Oh man.
It's not rare or shocking, especially from where you're from. And then it says, if you want, I can help you estimate how far back that ancestor likely was, explain why it might not show up in family stories, or help you dig into record surnames or regions. And so then I just replied directly to that. I said, was it a happy story? And ChatGPT immediately said, short answer, probably not. At least not. And then ChatGPT said something that I was not expecting. Said, at least not at the beginning. Yeah, and that's okay to sit with that.
ChatGPT likes to sugarcoat big time.
Yeah, no,
and not this time.
Was sugarcoating for sure, because it just kept going. And yeah, it you know, did say that doesn't mean everyone involved was cruel. So it's just it's a bad story somewhere back in the timeline, which is not good.
Yeah, that's tough. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is tough. But I mean, I'm sure it is a very common result in our neck of the woods.
Sure.
But I found ChatGPT's trying to sugarcoat it very funny, so I wanted to show it.
That's really good stuff. I feel like Brittany, my wife, is going to listen back to this segment of the podcast and get mad at me because I said ChatGPT. I called ChatGPT a he. And just last week we were at lunch with friends, and I was talking about my niece, and I kept calling her an it. My niece is a baby, a human baby, and I feel like I'm gonna get a text. She listens to it while at work a lot, and she's gonna text me and say, you just called ChatGPT a boy, and you can't even call your own flesh and blood niece.
Well, you bonded with ChatGPT
right
through CDawg,
right?
And how much information has your niece given you?
Nothing. She can't even talk at all.
Yeah, so
she's 6 years old and she's not even talking. What am I supposed to do with that?
I mean, it is interesting, and by it I mean the situation, not your niece, because I would never call your niece it.
Right. The situation though is it.
The situation is it, and it is interesting, but.
One day I'm gonna be a part of a focus group. One day they're gonna especially seek me out. They're gonna be like, you were an interesting case of the early days of emotional attachment to AI.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. They'll listen to this. This guy's best friend is a chatbot named CDawg.
Yeah, I would love to see the brain scans on me at this point.
They wouldn't be pretty. They wouldn't take long though, which is good.
Yeah, not many folds to work around. Just a big, nice, smooth ball up there. Speaking of,
so what? What? No. Let me get into it.
Yeah, go ahead and get into it.
All right, we got a couple sections. Am I the cuss hole?
Come on, son.
So, also, people might not know this. Cuss hole is not the name of the Reddit thread. It's actually way worse.
You're not gonna believe what people are just writing. It's embarrassing for them.
It's embarrassing for them. We have a brand to protect, and they clearly are not thinking about that. So, am I the cuss hole? One of my 29 male best friends, Carla, with quotes.
One of their 29 male best friends.
As in, okay, the person writing this is the 29 male. Carla, 31 female, cougar, is getting married soon. It's only meant to be a small backyard type of wedding, but they've been planning it for a few months now, and originally it was supposed to be on my property. They wanted it because it was private. It has lots of open space for the reception and nice view, and the house could be used for them to get ready and stuff. Okay. Of course, I said yes. She and her fiance, Rick, were very happy. This is Carla. Our thing is, Carla and I do have a history. Ooh. We went out on and off in college, but decided to stay friends. Then I met my wife. We got married. Carla met Rick, and now they're here. Now my wife knows I went out with Carla back in college and she didn't care. Carla still went to our wedding and everything. I never knew if Rick was told or not. It's not my relationship, therefore not my business to say anything, so I never did. Rick found out recently and not in the best way. Not sure how, but from what I heard from friends is that one mutual friend told him, no idea why, that we used to date. Not only that, but apparently Carla said a couple years ago she was still in love with me when she was already dating Rick. Okay.
Subtle flex.
That's not good.
Congratulations.
Don't have actual confirmation if that's exactly what he was told. All Carla has told me is that Rick was told about her past and he's angry at her for never saying anything. It became quite a drama and didn't hear from her for over a month until now. She told me they're going on couples counseling and that the wedding is still on, but requested that Rick requested that he doesn't attend.
Wait, they went to couples counseling because he found out that they dated like years ago?
I guess so. I guess this probably opened up a bunch of other issues, but Rick requested that I not attend. So that's kind of crazy. And not me, because I was not invited to this wedding, but the person writing this.
Male 29, F.
Male 29,
Wait,
F.
no, M.
F31, male 29.
Right.
It sucks, but I totally get why you wouldn't be comfortable. Then I asked the obvious question, where are they going to hold the wedding then? To my surprise, she said they still want it at our place. Rick said so too, and in my mind... Okay, Rick said so too. So Rick also thought it was going in their place.
Also, yes.
Yes. And he doesn't want the guy who dated his fiance years ago at the wedding, but he still wants the wedding at his house. My wife and I are expected to just not be at our home that weekend, and I told Carla no. They're going to... Sorry, I took a screenshot, so I'm scrolling. They told Carla no. They're going to have to find someplace else, since we're not going to simply leave our home for the weekend. Not only for safety reasons, but it just doesn't make sense. Rick doesn't want me around because he's not comfortable, but is comfortable enough to have their wedding at my house. They really want their wedding here, though, because of that, I've been bugged by not only her, but also Rick and some friends who think I'm being pretty cusshole. That's a weird way to put that. For not letting them have the wedding here anymore. Honestly, I don't think I am. It just doesn't make any sense to have to leave our own place for a wedding we're no longer welcome to, and leaving our home totally vulnerable. Still, being accused of sabotaging the wedding, and Rick believes it's the least I can do after everything. Am I the cusshole?
So first of all, can I just say, you're forgiven when you apologize for having to scroll. Don't even worry about it.
Thank you. I was gonna write my own post whether I was the cusshole for having to scroll. So hey, I'm glad don't even worry about that up. You got ahead of it there.
The jury's in. You're safe. But may I speak on this from the perspective of someone who got married recently?
I would love to. I think that would shine a new light on things.
At this point, it's one of the few perspectives I have. But wedding venues specifically cost money. And when I say money, cost thousands of dollars.
Lots of money.
So, if the only reason, did they even mention, are they paying him for this house, to use the house?
I don't think that was brought up.
If it wasn't,
I don't think so.
I think we can only assume that he's just a good friend, which it sounds like they were good friends until this truth came out. So no big deal there.
A little too good of friends, and
perhaps
some people's eyes and Rick's
eyes. I'm sure she probably knows the inside of the house quite well. You know,
but I'm sure she does.
But that's not the point. It seems like they had both moved on. It seems like he was just being a good friend. He's also married. He's moved on completely. He's just lending them this house. I think the only resolution, if you don't want him at the wedding for whatever insane reason that Rick wants to have, you have to pay the rate in order to keep this place. You have to. It's now a business transaction because it's no longer a friendship transaction because you severed the friendship. So in order to keep the location, you have to pay. I would say, I don't know, $10,000. That seems to be a pretty average rate for a wedding venue these days. I think say that's the resolution to it. The short answer is no, you're not the cusshole, because they're not your friends. They're clearly not your friends anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That I wonder if Carla had told Rick, however many years ago, if he had gotten over it by then, like, do you think it would have been fine?
Yeah, but like, it honestly seems more like he was upset at the fact that she's dated anyone ever before him, and that's a pretty unhealthy mindset to have. Because why
she shouldn't have done that.
Like, why should one truth? Yeah, exactly. Why should one truth coming out? It doesn't. I doubt she was even hiding it. Like, like I was about to. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's not a big deal, especially because like life has gone on.
That's a funny character though.
What's that?
Just the guy who doesn't think women should date until they date him.
Do you want to do it right now? Here, let's role play it a little bit. You be Rick, I'll be Carla. Okay, and here we go. Hey Rick.
Hey, are you having fun on your first date ever?
Yeah, so Rick, about that. You know how I said this was my first date ever?
You did say those words to me, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be really tough. I actually, Mark 29 male.
Mark 29. Yes, I'm familiar with him. We're getting married at his house.
We're gonna get married. We're gonna get married at his house after we figure out if this first date's gonna go well.
Well, you're not allowed to date again after this, so you've made up your mind.
Because, or say it with me. So everybody knows the first date. Everyone gets one date.
And that's it.
Then you're set for life. Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is I know we've been saying that leading up to this first date, but the thing is I used to date Mark 29F pretty hard in this house that we're getting married at, like pretty hard. Like,
what does that mean?
like full on dating in this house. Me and Mark.
I'm
29F.
gonna give Mark. I'm gonna shake him around.
And
I'm gonna take Mark and just shake him around a little bit. He'll see.
But Rick, you're 30M. You're so much older and stronger than him. You might hurt him. And it's just
he's just a lowly 28M.
It did. Just shake him around, man.
All right, man.
For those of you who don't know, Tyler has this new Tim Robinson type character where he just grabs someone and shakes him around.
Shake him around.
And it just tickles me, man.
Yeah, it does.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Shout out Ellen.
Which probably, I sent you some things. Can we read those?
What do you mean?
The things I sent you about, it was like a would you rather.
Where?
On Instagram, and you said, yeah, we can read this one.
Okay.
Would you rather get skinned alive by every person you've ever loved while they all sing Imagine Dragons together, or 2, be Ellen DeGeneres? And you chose be Ellen DeGeneres, which tracks.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a niche me thing. I get anyone who picks the first option, but I don't know. Have you ever heard of this? She would give away presents to her audience members for 12 straight days at Christmas. You know what she called it? Ellen's 12 days of giveaways.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with that. I remember it. I remember watching it.
Yeah, she's rocks. She's awesome.
Have you ever seen that one clip of? No, we can't talk about.
Anyways, why don't we get into Q&A?
No. We got one more thing.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yeah, today I cussed up.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
So, I don't even want to spoil it with the title.
Okay, no title. That's fine.
I work at a liquor store, and being the 26th of December, it was relatively very slow day. Near the end of my shift, me and a coworker had nothing much to do, so I jokingly scanned a miniature bottle of alcohol several times as if he was a customer purchasing that many bottles. It's a legendary bit.
It's a classic.
To keep the joke going, I scanned the entire box of pre-made shooters, something like 40 shooters at $3 each, several times once again. The total was something like $2,500 at this point.
Wait, did you say shooters?
Shooters, yeah.
I hardly know her. Carry on.
Okay, carry on. Thank you. My coworker, hardly know her. Then Pandora's box.
Don't even get me started. Hey, don't even get me started on liquor.
Has a bright idea to check the system and find some expensive wines that were sold and are still in the system, and finds one worth several thousands of dollars, almost 10,000, and sets the quantity in the point of sale system to 999, the maximum allowed. By this point, the total is running about 9 million. And we're cracking up.
It's funny.
He then finds another, hardly know her, bottle, this one nearly 20,000, and sets the quantity to 999, bringing the total up to $28 million. Now, this is where I'm personally responsible for the cuss up. I pretended to bring the transaction up to the point right up to where you confirm how much the customer is paying in cash. It automatically assumes the customer is paying in full, and the only thing stopping the transaction from going through is the single press of the enter key. My coworker didn't see that I was already there and mistakenly pressed enter to reach the same point I had brought us to. 28 million in theoretical cash made its way into the cash register's balance. I yelled at my coworkers to ask what the cuss he did, and he realized what he had done, and his eyes went wide. We immediately tried to reverse the entire transaction, but understandably, there's a $1 million maximum that you can return at a time. So attempting to return $28 million of sold alcohol didn't work. After figuring out the maximum, I then had to do dozens of returns, each worth $1 million at a time, until every single bottle of alcohol was returned, and the inventory was corrected from negative 999 to 0. However, in the reports for that day, it'll show $28 million in revenue and a similar amount in returns, which will completely cuss up stats and graphs everywhere, which higher-ups will obviously inquire about. I'm going to go wait for my store manager tomorrow morning before she comes in so that I can explain what happened and confess that we were joking around and never meant to go through with the transaction. And then basically... Dang, did we not get an update? I'll have to see if we can find an update. Entertain us while I find an update.
Oh, I got nervous. I didn't know what to say.
Dang.
I wasn't ready. Okay. Here are all 50 states in alphabetical order. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Well, how do you know that?
It's a song. It's like how you learn any song ever. Next question.
My boss was understandably frustrated and disappointed, but the worst that can happen is the higher-ups will meet, and they'll probably decide to give us warnings. It'll be in our files, but nothing more.
Dude, this is a great story. A great bit with a great classic resolution.
Nothing bad came out of it, and let's be honest, no harm was done. A couple of graphs get messed up. Are we serious?
I couldn't agree more.
Are we serious? Wait, did you say you couldn't agree more?
Oh!
Hit it, Hutch.
We have Q&A.
We have Q&A. So what's your favorite snow day memory? Kim asks. I will go first.
Okay.
Sledding at Lakeshore, 100%.
Dude, mine was sledding at Getty's View.
Oh, that's a good sledding spot.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never went there. It was so much closer to my house than Lakeshore, but I always went to Lakeshore. That was the sled spot.
Dude.
Because did you slide down the driving range?
No, because that one had rocks, but you do the first hole or the 10th or the 11th hole.
Oh, yeah.
I personally like the 11th hole, but we live next to the first hole, so it was better to do.
Yeah.
But
back in your old neighborhood.
Oh, it was so good. And then like the cool kids, because we were like, I was like a child. I was in elementary school, middle school, but then like high schoolers would come with snowboards and they'd build ice ramps, and then you could try to get your little disc sled off of the ramp. Oh, it was some fun stuff.
That's so sick.
But yeah, I mean, sledding at the end of the day, that's about as good as my biggest. No, it wasn't a regret because we weren't there yet. I was always really jealous of the people who got to go to Neyland Stadium the night it snowed and someone left the door open. But we were seniors in high school, and so all the people who we knew who were freshmen at UT at that point, they all got to do it, but we didn't get to do it. And then it never snowed enough, and then the doors were never unlocked enough for us to get to go to Neyland Stadium and have a snowball fight in the football field.
I like vaguely remember. I don't think I would have ever pulled that if you hadn't said that. But
Dude,
I vaguely remember what you're talking about now.
Dude, hey, consider yourself vaguely reminded, and consider this podcast over.
This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
I'm just kidding. We have post-credit scene.
Post-credit scene. Tell us about the book that's like that's like the ones we watched or the ones we listened to. What's the book you read?
Are you having a stroke? What do you...
Yes.
He's having a stroke. He's now a Tim Robinson character with an RFK impression.
My burning toast is ready.
Now shake him.
Shake him around. I feel like you didn't appreciate the burning toast bit.
I never know what you're saying when you're RFK. So I don't know.
He said his burning toast is ready.
What does that mean?
Because that's like a symptom of having a stroke is you smell burning toast.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
Another symptom of this episode ending is stopping the recording now.